Bonjour tout le monde, bienvenue à la réunion du Sénat. Je voudrais exprimer un bienvenue particulièrement à Luc Landrum, étudiant dans la faculté de génie, qui se joindra à nous aujourd'hui. Bienvenue Luc. Nous avons devant nous aujourd'hui un ordre du jour, mais je voudrais commencer avec une déclaration du président. Nous avons vécu une expérience intéressante, des fois difficile au cours des 2-3 dernières semaines, dont je voudrais parler aujourd'hui. The Senate is the highest authority on campus when it comes to academic values, academic standards. And that includes academic traditions like freedom of expression. In the course of the last few weeks, by reason of events on campus, there have been those who've raised questions about the university's commitment to freedom of expression. And I'd like to take the liberty of saying a few words about those events and about that principle at the opening of the meeting today. As you know, some 3 weeks ago now, a speech that was planned by Ann Coulter was canceled. Incorrect information suggested that the university had either banned her from campus or prevented her from speaking. The university's commitment to freedom of expression became the subject of debate, especially in the context of a letter that was sent to her in advance of her appearance. Like many of you, I have been reflecting on these events, and I want to share some of my thoughts with you today. First of all, I think it's important to establish some fundamental points. L'université tient fermement à la liberté d'expression. C'est un droit fondamental de la démocratie civile, un droit enchâssé dans la Charte canadienne des droits et libertés. Dans le milieu universitaire, c'est un principe particulièrement important car il permet la pensée critique ainsi que la création et l'échange d'idées. Nothing that the administration has said or done in this instance was intended in any way to depart from that commitment. From the moment we learned about Ms. Coulter's intended presentation, there were groups and individuals who insisted that we prohibit her from speaking on campus. We rejected those demands, asserting that Ms. Coulter had every right to appear and to speak. In order to learn more about who this speaker was, because I don't always watch Fox News, I consulted the internet. I went to her website. I saw what she was saying, and I read reports about what she has said elsewhere. I insisted that notwithstanding all of that, she be allowed to speak. Freedom of expression applies even when sometimes it's painful. Although I must say I did find myself using intemperate language in exchanges with colleagues in discussing Ms. Coulter. In recognition of the passionate responses provoked by her speeches elsewhere, we also undertook efforts to ensure that her appearance could proceed in an orderly way by arranging for additional campus security and the presence of the Ottawa Police Service. I share responsibility for the letter from the provost to Ms. Coulter, which was sent on behalf of the administration and with my knowledge. The university did not cancel the event. Although the circumstances have not been determined precisely, it was at least a common decision arrived at among Ms. Coulter's representatives, the police, and our own security representatives. La lettre envoyée à Mme Coulter a soulevé de nombreuses questions légitimes. Pour beaucoup, le simple fait d'envoyer cette lettre, peu importe son contenu ou son intention, envoyait un message paralysant. De plus, quand on envoie ce genre de lettre à un conférencier, mais pas à d'autres, on donne l'impression d'avoir deux poids, deux mesures. I understand and I accept those criticisms. I acknowledge that there are other and indeed better ways of achieving the letter's stated purpose. As we look forward, one such alternative is for us to engage our university community in an open discussion of these matters and to work toward a consensus about our shared expectations when it comes to freedom of expression and how to communicate those expectations to people visiting our university. The University of Ottawa that I've come to know over many years as a student, as an alumnus, and now as president, has consistently celebrated free speech while acknowledging the responsibility that it entails. We have always welcomed provocative and unpopular views, but in an environment that encourages diversity, celebrates differences, and promotes respect for the views of others. Personnellement, je pense que les échanges sur le campus devraient aussi être basés sur la civilité et le respect mutuel entre les participants. Alors, c'est mon point de vue sur la question. Vous avez sans doute le vôtre. If we can agree that there's a collective view at the University of Ottawa about the principles and responsibilities that underlie free speech, we can, for example, explore the creation of a statement of principles that we can all adopt by consensus and that might reflect what we believe. So I don't come to you today with a concrete proposal about how such a thing might be developed. I just wanted to speak to this in general terms, nor am I inviting discussion today. We had expected to have a resolution about free speech, which the proposer has asked be postponed till the next meeting. And I suggest that that's the time we can talk about this. For the moment, I simply wanted to make this intervention today pour préciser la position de l'administration, du recteur, souligner l'importance accordée à la liberté d'expression sur le campus et proposer au moins de suggérer pour votre réflexion la possibilité de développer un consensus par discussion sur le campus concernant les principes de base qui s'appliquent lorsqu'on parle de liberté d'expression. So I'll leave it there for today, and I thank you for your indulgence. I turn to the l'ordre du jour, and I ask for comments on the procès verbal de la réunion de 1er février